Hey, welcome to this episode of Inside the Brickbox Community News with our usual culprits plus someone I haven't seen in a while. Tonight we got on the panel, we got Philip.
Hey, everybody.
Darren.
Hi, everyone.
And Shree, aka ABC, aka Aussie Brick Chick.
Hello, that's a very long introduction.
Well, everyone knows you by different names.
Yeah, true.
Tonight on the stream, we'll be talking about all the more information flowing out about Power Functions 2.0. It's got a new name. Also, we'll be looking at Overwatches. Overwatches. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. Harry Potter. Ooh, Friends Creative Rings. Lego Movie. And a wind-up of Sunshine Coast Brick events. This and much more on this episode of Inside the Brickbox Lego Community News. Straight into the news. So, Power Functions 2.0 has finally had pictures of the actual battery boxes. Sadly, they only show us one side of it. So, yeah. So we don't know what the connectors are, but it's still rumored to be the same connector as Boost and We Do. So the new name for Power Functions is Power Up, and it'll come with an app called Power Up. Well, it should be released as soon as I guess the latest. Am I crackling?
So, look to the front of that train. It's going to have working lights. Woohoo!
No. From the look at the app, look closely at the picture. Let me zoom in. Where are we? There. Oops. Where is it? Looking at the app, it looks like you have a designable interface from the look of it, similar to what Mindstorms has. From the look of it, it has go, stop, and from the look of it, slow. So that'll be something interesting. Then you got your old-fashioned speed control. Over the far side, it looks like that is going to be servo control. So you can control a servo. Over here, it looks like it's going to be like my guess is going to be to do with the tank controls for the Batman vehicle coming out. I think that's the example of one of the controls there for that. So yeah, some interesting devices. So that'll be cool when that comes out. I think that's all I've got on that one. Moving along, as we say, it's now known as Power Ups. As everyone knows, there has been the thing out about the Batman car. What is another device? There's another look at the app. I guess they're going to have a custom graphics interface with this one. And as you can see, it's got tank mode to it. And from the sound of it, if I can get out of this, most likely it's going to be like the We Do medium motors are going to be in it from the sound of it. So something a little bit different this time around. Probably the same power as the previous and all that. So something interesting about that. Also, I have done. Where is it? Where is it? This one. This is a good example of what the battery box will look like. It's basically going to be the same box base as the WeDo hub system. So it's got AAA batteries. It's got 2 on each side and 2 on the top. Or in the case of this, is showing the bottom, but that goes to the top of the device. So, yes, we're still stuck with AAA batteries. So, yeah. But other news, that the Bluetooth controller, it will be a low-powered Bluetooth device running at about 3.2 volts, roughly. So hopefully that won't drain too much of the juice out of the system, and we'll still get roughly about the same runtime. But sadly, we still have not seen any of the new train motors yet. So that's still to come. Okay, moving on.
Just before we move on from the Batmobile.
I was about to say, did you want any of our opinion on it, Adam? Hello?
It's disappeared.
Yes, go.
Darren, you go first.
Cheers. I was just saying with the new Batmobile there, it looks like it's skid steer, so it's going to work pretty much like the Technic Trackmobile.
It is skid steer.
Yeah. And
it's already been demonstration online.
It will be interesting to see, though, whether it makes use of the tilt function that's in a lot of like sort of tablet type devices where you can tilt them left and right and backwards and forwards to control it.
If it's like the Mindstorms and that, most likely not.
Yeah, but it's possibly something to look at further down the track, because I know a few people that control
people usually come out with custom graphics interfaces as well. So hopefully maybe someone will design something.
Yep.
That looks interesting.
But on the plus side, I can't wait to have a device where you can actually press slow, then stop, and it'll stop where you want it instead of halfway around the thing until it's back in signal range again.
I noticed the train had lights. Is there anything, any news about sound?
Oh, actually, talking about sound, there is rumors that while you're playing on the device, it'll be similar to the Boost system. The Boost system does have sound, but it'll be the app what will create the sound. So that'll be the downside of it.
Okay. Because I thought I'm pretty sure I watched a video earlier today that Brixard did of the roller coaster.
That was Boost.
Controlled by Boost, yeah.
Yeah, and that was through the actual app, sadly. Because I watched him, he put the mic up towards the tablet he was using, and it was clearly coming from the tablet. So maybe if you like rig it up to a speaker or something, have it beneath it. But you could probably do the same with the audio. Put a Bluetooth speaker in the train.
Yeah.
People can hear it going around. But I'm wondering if they do sound effects. I hope with I'm a little bit jumping my head here. The Harry Potter train. I hope they have a GUI for that one. And have steam engine noises. That would be awesome.
I just go out and record some.
Already done it.
Come on, what train buff hasn't?
So, yeah, it'd be interesting to find out what's going to happen. So, yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
Philip's obviously building something or doing something.
And Phil obviously has no idea about power functions whatsoever.
I have no idea either. It's okay. Moving right on.
It'd be interesting to see what it is when it comes out. Oh, wrong one, that one, this one, that one. Blink. Lego Overwatch sets are coming. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. I don't know much.
And that's all you have to say about it. Okay.
Yeah.
All I know is that my son, this is one of the games that he likes to play with all his friends. So it's obviously flavor of the month with the teenagers.
Not only teenagers. I've got two 20-somethings that play it too.
Yeah, so it's squarely Lego is squarely heading for that Dark Ages market, trying to keep them in favor instead of losing them in those years between, when boys and girls notice each other and when they have kids.
When does that happen?
Not necessarily that quickly.
Don't they have to hold hands for a certain amount of time first before that happens? I could be wrong.
Yeah, so
Whoever held him.
I have only seen some of the gameplay of Overwatch. I was actually talking to some of my AFL friends today who are aware of what the game is, and they were surprised because Lego has always been no modern warfare, and Overwatch does include some aspects that would be considered modern warfare, but in a sci-fi sort of a scenario. I think that's the best way of putting it. Wouldn't you say, Philip? Have you seen the game?
Yeah, definitely.
So
definitely the smartest way of safest way of putting it. That's for sure.
Yeah, yes. And so it's a shoot 'em up kind of game. So that really doesn't seem to gel with the whole, no modern warfare thing that Lego has going. But I guess
they do Star Wars
license.
They've drawn a line at sci-fi apparently.
Yeah.
So it would seem anyway.
Because it makes money.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would say it's because it makes money. And also, since Mega Bloks has got Halo, which is capturing that age group market, I guess they have to compete. Otherwise, they're losing. They're losing kids to the competitor. So, from a market perspective and a making money perspective, it makes sense to invest in things that have got a good amount of backing behind them. I guess it remains to be seen what exactly we're going to get from Overwatch. Is it going to be proper full sets? Is it going to be mini pigs? Is it going to be just like those big buildable figs?
I could see the
I'm going to get damn briquettes.
I could see the buildable figs actually being
I'm thinking
very fairly obvious choice.
Would probably be an easy entry into it, but I guess it depends on.
Well, I can't see how they could possibly do sets of any real sort for them because there's nothing in the game that would relate back to Lego well enough for Lego to do it.
That's why that's why I was like thinking probably buildable your big figs.
Yeah, I could see that before I could see anything else.
But I don't know. I haven't looked at the game deeply enough to sort of see whether there was any sort of distinguishing anything that they could turn into a set. So be interesting if they were to just do like mini figure series or something like that.
Who knows?
I doubt they'd do that. And I don't know. They probably would take advantage of making some brickheads, but I don't think that would be the main focus. But yeah, buildable figs, I reckon.
Douglas has commented, is Warcraft next?
People were talking about this today because, like, this is like today's news, like fresh off the news flash sort of thing. This morning, that people were talking about. Oh, is World of Warcraft going to be next? Last I heard, World of Warcraft was actually owned by somebody else.
World of Warcraft is a Blizzard game.
Yes, it is a Blizzard game, but the agreement is specifically with Overwatch, not with Blizzard Entertainment generally.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
So you can own like with a property that has multiple with a company that has multiple properties, you can have the licensing to one of their properties and not all of their properties.
Yeah.
So it's very expensive. But yeah, I can't see any other sort of ways of tying it in unless they were going to do something in video games with us. Makes no sense.
Well, it's obvious Adam knows nothing about this.
Of course, that's why he's being so quiet.
He's been so quiet.
Poor Adam.
But yeah, there has been a lot of discussion about this today, and people are hoping that maybe it'll open it up to World of Warcraft being a thing in Lego, because you can be assured if they got World of Warcraft, it would sell like hotcakes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. I think that covers everything, Adam.
Charm City Bricks has just chimed in. Jack Specific owns the toy rights to Warcraft.
There you go.
That's why it's not going to happen.
Unless they let go of it.
Jack Specific, the guys who do the Star Wars Big Figs. Cool. Didn't realise that.
Star Wars Big Figs, really?
Yeah. They're the Star Wars Big Figs. They're done by the Jack's company.
Are they like the ones up behind you on the shelf?
Yeah, the ones that are up high.
Yep.
Yeah, they're Jack Specific brand.
Right.
Then it's not
that's them. That's
unless
interesting.
they came to some kind of an agreement with Lego, but who would do that?
Yeah.
Right, now we're on to Adam's favourite theme, Harry Potter.
Everyone goes nuts, and my theory is right. We're getting a Hogwarts Express. Woohoo! Did I predict that back in November?
Adam called us way back last year when he found the black
Train wheels.
It's like, we're getting a Hogwarts Express.
Hey, Harry Potter.
I was like,
Get excited, Philip. Get
No,
excited.
not at all. I couldn't feign it less excitement if I tried. Oh, yes, I could. Yeah. Great ball contraptions. There you go. Harry Potter is better than one thing.
Oh dear.
So when are you building Harry Potter themed Star Wars with a great ball contraption in it, mate?
The second I can find a Spock minifigure, so I could have that standing in the middle.
Never.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Charm City Brick is asking, are you guys pretty pleased with the prices on Harry Potter? Over here in the USA, for once, they aren't really overpriced.
Yeah, well, add anywhere up to $20 plus here for Australia. It's not too bad.
Yeah, you're
But
The prices that people have been paying on the secondary market for stuff for
yeah.
Harry Potter.
But I'm just happy that it's a better looking Harry Potter train this time around.
Adam, is there a reason why they're all of a sudden releasing Harry Potter? Is it for an anniversary or something?
No, it's more along the lines. They've got the Fantastic Beasts franchise thing for was it 5 years, and then there's additional 2 years on top of that as well for more Harry Potter stuff. And I think Lego is just going through redoing everything. Basically, I think they've done the same thing with other things. Lego's listen, and they're going back to, now that they got the capabilities of doing it better, they're doing it better.
Yeah, well, at least it's not a straight up re-release. They've redone the sets.
Well, at least this time around, the bulk of the train things look right, and they do have train wheels on them. Not like was it the first 2 sets? Just stupid wheels. But on the plus side, I like the engine, but I'm not happy with the carriage. It's not the right size for
It looks small.
the whole, yeah, and it's not a proper bogey setup. It's just a straight 2 sets of wheels on it. Usually the Hogwarts. Yeah, usually the Hogwarts Express has 2 bogies, wheel sets with 4 wheels. So 2 bogies.
I'm wondering if they've done it on purpose to make people buy multiple sets.
Well, they've won me over. I'm buying heaps of these sets because I want the train parts 100%. As well, you can see the putting pistons and that on it with the push rods. Also, they got the awesome Hogwarts Express signboard on the side saying Hogwarts Castle.
Can you make that a bit bigger, please, Adam?
Nah, that's as big as it will go.
Okay, after that.
Sadly not, yeah.
Fair enough.
These are pictures, I'm assuming, from Brick Finder, and they only host pictures big enough for what they want to use on their website, so...
Yeah. They do have new signs, but I don't know where I find. There is actually another bigger picture. Here we go. That's a bit bigger. Oh no, is it? I hate this. Because this time around, it looks like they're doing 9 3/4 platform more accurate to the movie with a wall they run through.
I have a question about the Harry Potter train set.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I'm as surprised as everyone else. I'm as surprised as everyone else. Okay. I'll stop building what I'm doing. Is it a full powered train set?
No.
It's not. So it's a stagnant or little kiddies push along set.
I've heard rumors.
No, I'm actually seriously asking. Stop laughing, Darren. I'm actually seriously asking for a reason.
It can be modified to run power functions.
It can be,
but it doesn't have it.
No, that's all right. I'm thinking outside the Lego box here.
Yeah, and from the sound of it, it has been pre-designed for the new power functions in mind.
So the bogies and the 404, whatever train terminology you want to use for the wheels, all that is ready to go. Just needs to have the power stuff added.
I got a feeling it'll be a normal setup where the motor will actually be in the tender, like most trains.
Yeah.
But once it's power, apart from putting the power source into the train itself, you don't have to do anything else to it. You don't have to make bogies and the wheels set up and all that. That's all pre-made, ready to power.
Yeah, usually, as Philip said, you put the Adam said, sorry, usually power the tender and just push the loco around with the tender.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, rightio. Okay, that's a good answer.
It's just that if you try to fit it in the actual locomotive, most times you have to change the shape too much to put the parts in.
Can you bring up a picture of the train itself for a quick second?
Trying to find one at the moment. Oops, no, wrong way.
Because it's your basic steam train with a coal truck, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Charm City Brick was saying you're better off looking on Brickset. The pictures are bigger on Brickset.
For what I need it for. Yeah, okay.
Wow.
That could do the trick. I've been thinking about making the first person who laughs or says anything smart, I swear to God. My wife, and Marie already knows where it's going. My wife came up with the idea of me making a train display. Making a train display of based on the old steam trains my father used to drive when I was 10 years old.
That's cool.
And instead of having it in a city, thank God, I don't know if this is actually going to work out to be cheap or not, but having a countryside with dairy cattle, so it looks like Nara in the New South Wales southern coast, where we come from.
Okay.
And the steam train was a C-32 class, which is so close to the Harry Potter train that I reckon I could pull it off without actually getting abused by any of the train guys.
It's actually there. I'll probably be able to hook you up with some people that would have almost modelled it already.
Oh, okay.
Can I just put the dampener on the cows though, mate? You're looking at about $20 each.
Yeah, I figured that much.
So
I don't have to have lots of
build
cows.
something instead, maybe.
Yeah.
Which looks cool anyway.
But yeah, so that's why I actually have an interest in this. Not because it's Harry Potter. Every minifig and anything to do with Harry Potter can end up in the. I
own 8 cows.
But yeah, the train itself, not even the carriages. I'm just talking the train and the coal car. Yeah, I've actually do have a very slight interest in that, just for that reason. So there you go. I actually asked a pertinent question. It's not powered, so it's a little kiddie's push along train until you put the power set on it.
Yeah.
But the wheels do turn and it fits on the standard Lego track.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I need to know. See, now I'm actually got slight interest in it. So if anyone wants a second set of everything to do with Harry Potter out of that set, I may have it available.
Oh, you mean the minifigs?
Yeah, exactly. Because I won't need them.
It'll most likely be available on Dark Side Bricks on Bricklink.
Oh, I didn't say that. I'm just saying I may very well have them all available.
Okay.
So, okay, cool. Thank you for that.
Moving along to the Quidditch match. Moving along to the Quidditch match. This is one Donna is very excited about. If you don't know Donna is the Harry Potter of Q-Lug.
The Harry Potter. She's not Harry Potter. She's more like Beatrix Lestrange.
Oh, well, she's the person to Harry Potter.
I don't know what's worse. He called her Harry Potter. You just called her Strange.
Bellatrix, sorry.
I'm guessing she'd probably prefer the Harry Potter comment.
This time around, we got a better looking set. We got realistic size Harry Potter, but the downside, we still do not have Ravenclaw or Huff and Puff players. What is really upsetting. But on the positive side, we do get all these cool new stickers. And yes, they are stickers of all the houses.
But on the other side, put them in other places.
Plus, the goalkeeper actually moves.
Oh my god, you mentioned Harry Potter and Spong appears.
He's been hiding in the chat for an hour. And also, there is a gold Snitch as well.
And
a real snitch. A real snitch.
It's a real snitch.
Just real snitch.
So does he live at the police station?
Adam, if you want bigger pictures, go on a brick set. This is fucking.
I don't have the link.
You have the link.
I'm on a new computer. All my links are on my desktop.
Jesus Christ.
So good evening to everyone in the chat.
Hey.
So good evening to Douglas. Who else we got in here? Charm City Brick. Spongo. Evening, guys. And Douglas McBricken. Love it. There's an old term, get me some strange. Good one, Douglas.
All you had to do is use the search box, Adam. Search box, Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
And then go to year and click on 2018. At the top there, year. No, higher, there.
No, it's no 2018.
There is, because I just found it all. I sent you the link in Facebook. You might want to not...
Hi, Bailey.
There you go. Sorry, getting rid of it.
I'm with you, Charm City Brick. There is a lot of great sets being released this year, and it's keeping a lot of people broke.
Oh, yeah.
Broker.
Broker.
Yes, more broke and broke.
So Spotty's made a comment. Harry Potter 2022 with him with a beard is Squee.
Oh, God. I have a feeling that Spong is missing James. Sassy James.
Yes, James is still broken at the moment.
He's not broken. His computer is broken.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. This is just for James. Quack, quack.
You assume that James is watching you.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't matter. I'll probably watch it on replay.
Oh, whoops.
You there? You
That better, sorry.
Here we go. Now we know.
I clicked the wrong button. I thought it was already open, and it wasn't. It was still sitting, waiting for me.
I want the gold rings. Precious, precious.
Oh, that's not the best bit.
Snitch.
Snitch.
Wow.
A real gold snitch.
Does it actually click onto anything is the next question.
Where did it go?
If it clicks on the things, yep, I want a snitch. That would just make the coolest bonnet emblem on larger scale cars. Radiator
Probably
cap.
does. Actually, there's a little nubble on it.
That's no good. If it clips on from the back, cool bonnet emblem. Anyway.
It's got to have an attachment somewhere.
I wonder if they're printed tiles or stickers. Or it could be a mix of both.
Could be a mix of both. I think... no, that's stickers.
Yeah.
I can
some of it looks
inside
like
that
stickers, but...
Well, all these ones down the bottom are stickers.
Yeah.
They are stickers, and I'm 100% sure that these ones are stickers.
Yeah, the ones on the shield, on the flags look like stickers, so yeah.
The curse of the professional sticker. Oh my God, yeah, at Lego. Makes them look so realistic when they put them on. So the sticker. And yes, we got a little Harry Potter.
They probably have some sort of device to line them up.
And a little Hermione.
I just built that what's hiding behind me on the screen. And I don't want to hear the word sticker ever again. Sticker.
And as I was saying before, you can see
I had it with friends and influence people.
A mechanism can make the player go back and forward, and I guess it's a bit of playability.
You can shoot the snitch. You reckon you can shoot the snitch?
So I guess you can get two of them and play against your friend. Now, who said Lego was out of games?
Oh my God, it has a shooter.
Right there.
Yeah, wonder if you can shoot the snitch.
No, to try and get through the goals.
So I'm saying to shoot the snitch to try and put it through the goals.
We'll go back to the train so everyone can have a closer look.
Douglas has just said you need to get some speed champions, Dark Side.
That's a curved tile.
No, thank you.
Yeah, and it's printed too.
Yeah, I was about to say it looks printed.
Bloody will want to be.
Do you like the new clock face? Yummy.
Oh, God.
But the set number on the side's definitely a sticker.
Yeah.
And see its edges.
Yeah.
That'll be printed like the original.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to see train wheels. I've been wanting these.
I think a lot of people will be.
As I was talking to Donna on the weekend, she said it looks very closely to the one she made, this footbridge.
It's just like usual, though. The steps are too big, and they're nearly hip-height to a minifigure. Could you imagine trying to climb hip-height steps?
Only problem is I don't know why they didn't put like a little, like they put the handrail here. Why didn't they put the handrail down here?
And there wouldn't have been a lot more parts, really, just to finish it off. But
nice.
gives you something to do, I suppose.
Yeah, we have the Dementor.
It's also nice to see the cross piece in the support there in brown. So that'll be steampunk fans will love that.
I'm trying to think. Oh, what was the set that came out a little while ago? In the collectibles. Was it?
It's the one with the monsters.
Yeah,
that's the same leg base.
Yes, that is the same base. It's been used a few times since in other sets.
I've got one here somewhere.
It did show up there. At times like this, you wish the RRB was still around. That did show up in some Ninjago sets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have one here somewhere.
And a set that actually has Ron in it.
And suitcases.
I'm surprised they didn't
and we got the lolly trolley lady.
Oh, look, it's one of the Golden Girls.
I do like the hairpiece, though. That's cool.
Looks like B. Arthur. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then we got some new printed tiles as well.
The boy who lived.
So let's go back. Moving along to the Whomping Willow. I'm not impressed. Donna's not impressed. It could have been done better.
Well, it's just basically. It seems very lazy. I like. It's got details, right? It's got details, but it's very small in scale.
Yeah, the tree could have been a lot bigger, but it looks like it's going to move when you turn the dial on the side.
Yeah, it's trying to tell too much of the story, I think. They would have been better off focusing on one smaller part and doing it on a better scale. Because that doesn't even feel like it's to the same scale as the other half.
Yeah.
Hey, I like Filch. Filch looks good.
Nice little lamp piece there.
The minifigures are good.
And good minifig accessories too.
You've got some good accessories and bits in there.
I'm really liking this new candle flame. That's a cool part in these.
Yeah. But the scale is just massively tiny. Like, it's minute.
And also the little cauldrons are pretty cool too. I can see plenty of potential use for those. So yeah, there's been some cool new parts released in these sets, so that's been good in one respect.
And rehash the blue car again.
Yeah, of course. Well, it's iconic. But, I look at this set, and depending on its price point, this is aimed at people buying multiples.
Was
I like the white owl.
$69.99 US, so that would be probably about 80.
Douglas just commented, I'd love to make it bigger.
Yeah, it's. I reckon that they've cheaped out on the price point and made it a cheaper set to make it sell.
Yeah.
But people who want a decent sized building will buy multiples. So I guess Lego is just smart in that way, that they know us so well and they know that we'll buy multiples of it. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
I think too, when it comes down to it, you're going to see a lot of fans putting up alternate builds if you do buy multiple sets. So people will be buying, like there'll be alternate builds using 2 sets and 3 sets. It's happened before, so we'll see.
Are there more sets there that haven't had photos released?
Yeah, no.
2 more, is it?
75950 and 71043. No details, no nothing.
What are their numbers close to?
Let's see. Okay, that's in the Hogwarts Castle.
So that might be the other, because there was a whisper that there was something else big coming.
757575.
That Whomping Willow set is not a big set. That's a small set. I have a feeling that other number, the 50, is another big set, perhaps.
Well, it's $70. So
it's 950. As you can see, all the other ones are guide digits. So 6, a 5, a 3, a 4. So that'd be interesting to know what it is. Oh no, there's a price on it. No, that's
that's a brickhead.
That's gonna be that's not gonna be brickhead. That's gonna be a figure set.
Oh,
because that's not a brickhead number.
Oh,
that's a brickhead number there.
So like a big fig type thing, buildable fig.
No, like battle packs.
Oh, okay.
I think there's going to be minifig battle. What we call battle packs, but the minifig expansion sets.
Okay, what about the 71043?
71. Ooh.
There's no price point. Yeah.
No price
point. It's going to be a Lego exclusive. I wonder if that's the big set.
That could, that could be the big set. That could be it. But 100% that other one is a minifig one. For that price point, that is spot on where it is in the US. That'll be like 24 here in Australia. It usually is. So, yeah, that'd be interesting to know. So, yeah. That's all.
And I've got to say, hello, Flash Pants.
Oh, Flash Pants in the chat. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay.
That just about covers what we know about Harry Potter at the moment.
What was else I was going to look at? Oh, that's that one before. Okay. Say I do with a ring. This one was passed along to me from Aussie Brick Chick. Yeah. Build the rings. Will it be popular with the girls? Will it be popular with the boys? Who will know?
If someone who wasn't a full hardcore AFOL proposed me with one of those, I think they'd get the ring in the ring.
Darren. But it has gems, Darren.
Yeah, it has gems. Actually, one of my mates one day got really drunk and proposed to his girlfriend with one of those rings you get out of the bubblegum type machine things.
Oh, look, it has a little gold ring.
Yeah.
Did she say yes?
She did, actually.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, while she was hanging on to some certain bits saying you better be at the jeweler shop on Monday morning with me. So could you imagine proposing to someone with the Friends record on top of it?
Yeah, you spin me round, round, baby, round like a record, baby, round, 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 round.
You got it.
But honestly, from a little girl perspective, depending on the price point, obviously, what was it?
$89.95.
It's not that expensive, Smarty.
No, I think that's Singapore
Creative
dollars.
Rings, $89.95.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
that's
think-
not Australian dollars, though.
that would be Hong Kong dollars. So
Okay.
Hong Kong or
So Australian, it'll be $130 then.
Okay. Okay, no. That's DKK 89.95.
So that's
That's
about.
DKK.
Oh,
you're gonna
someone
be
else can do the
looking-
conversion.
So that's about $9.99 or somewhere around there.
Yeah, something like that. Might be
Yeah.
that is actually DKK, is it?
Yeah, you got to remember, add the Australia tax. It's
Give us,
probably
give
like
us a second and I'll work it out.
No.
You convert it, and add $10 to it.
Actually, $9.99 would be spot on.
Anyway, it's harkening back to Scala, which never really came to Australia. It's also harkening back to the Clickets that came out
under
in
20
the
bucks.
2000s. So
Sorry, what was that, Darren?
Under 20 bucks.
Under.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you said
I
120
think
bucks.
that's a
No, no,
safe
I
I was going to say I was joking.
I think that's a safe bet.
Actually, the funny
That's
thing
straight
about the
conversion, obviously, not allowing for import duties or anything like that.
you know the Clicket stuff.
$24.99.
You know the guy who actually does the modulars, who's the head designer. He actually was on that group who did the Clickets all those years ago, before he became head designer.
Mm.
Yeah.
Never really looked much at Clickets. I do remember buying them once for my niece.
It was the one and only Lego product you could find in Lincraft.
Yeah. Look, I bought Clickets for a lot of my friends' daughters, so it was a popular product.
Clickets were cool.
They were.
And they're still, you can still see pieces even today in the regular, lines, Friends.
Yeah.
That are Clickers designs that are still
They've come back. Oh, don't worry, they've snuck them back in where they can.
Yeah.
Well, they got to make their money backs from the moles.
But it did sell fairly well at the time.
Yeah.
It's just the problem was it was a very easily lost thing. So.
But wasn't that a good thing?
Yeah. You had to go and buy more.
You had to go and buy another set. No, but I mean that was a fad at the time. Lots of little things for girls.
Yeah.
Like you had, Polly Pocket little things in the late 90s. You had little bits for little accessories for Barbie that were tiny that would get lost.
Yeah.
It was just a thing that toy makers were doing at the time, was lots of itty bitty bits that would get lost, whether by design or.
I bought a lot of the buildable watches for my friends' kids as an example, which were around the same time. So yeah.
Yeah.
Douglas has just come in with the bike one, Spooky Dokies. Yeah, we really need Lego Spooky Dokies, mate. Top. You just send that one up to Lego, mate. We'll see what happens.
Never heard of that in my life.
Spooky Dokies.
You've never had a Spooky Dokies?
No.
They're little beads that clip onto the.
Yeah. And they
the
click
spokes.
clack against each other as you ride.
Oh, is that what those things are called?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they're called.
You've seen them, just didn't know what they were called. Yeah,
No idea.
yeah. They make a lot of noise, but they're cool fun.
Oh, it's raining here.
Put it this way, it's not as annoying to everyone as putting a playing card against the spokes.
Yeah, that's a hell of a lot cheaper to do.
I actually know someone that did that for so long they actually wore the spokes out and the wheel collapsed.
Wow.
Oh my god.
What the Spooky Dokes?
No, using a playing card, flapping against
I
the
would have
spokes.
thought the playing
Went
card
through that
was
many decks of good quality cards doing it, because if you use Queen Slippers, of course, they made more noise because they were thicker card. And went through dozens and dozens of packs, and one day driving along down a road and then the back wheel just collapsed. It's a spokes and boards.
Lesson learned: don't have it sitting in the same spot all the time.
Exactly. Oh, you had to have it right on the outside because that's where it made the most noise. Made the best noise. So Spongo Gold Coast is saying, wonder if we'll get Willow Lego with tiny dwarf legs like a hobbit.
What are we playing, Spong? Change our account names tonight.
Oh, never complain about that. That's
Yeah, at least Spongo comes up with funny ones and not annoying ones.
Oh, I tell you one thing. Spong was the only one who came on my live stream at the thing. He kept it entertaining for me.
So do we have more news?
I thought you were going to talk a bit more about the rings.
One ring.
Precious.
One ring to rule them all. Okay. Oh. Ooh.
It's about freaking time. What's the bet that we have to wait till April to see it?
Yeah.
It says February.
Yeah, but that's US release.
Oh, look, they know they will release it here same time. It's too big a thing to worry about it.
You reckon?
Yeah, otherwise it'll get pirated.
Over so many times. It's not okay. It's not Lego. It's not Warner. It's the distribution company that keeps on deciding that this is a kids' movie. Kids' movies need to be released in school holidays, or they don't do as well.
Bullshit.
Well, it'll be pirated otherwise. That's all I can say. Simple. Lego's a big enough company with enough power. Just move the school holidays to suit worldwide release.
That works.
That works for me.
But no hints as to what the movie's about.
It's about his sister this time. You know, the young boy?
The young boy.
Yeah,
I've heard those rumors, but I'd like to see substantiated with a trailer.
They'll probably come in another month or so. They'll start teasing. Probably around August we'll start seeing the teasers starting to come out, and then full trailers by about November.
I'm looking at the title of the movie and thinking, what could they not think of something better?
Well, this is the second part.
The second
part.
Well,
then end of the movie, his father says, "We'll have to let your sister come and play," and that's when those weird things came onto the set when Emmett was talking to Wildstar and that.
Well, you notice that Lego has the R beside it. There's a little on the 2. On the side of the 2, there's a little R.
Up the top there.
Interesting.
Maybe they just did it for fun. But we'll give it time. He'll come. He'll come. But Andrew said, yeah, it's supposed to be based on his younger sister. And his younger sister is sort of going to be like, integrated into the movie somehow. Wait, no, until we see that first full-ass trailer.
Yes, we are from Planet G-Flow. We are here to destroy you.
So, what's this?
Just had a quick search around.
Okay.
And guess what? I found a trailer. Can you put me on screen share, please, Adam?
What?
I found a trailer.
Oh, God.
At least you can share
one.
It's a Lego trailer.
Slow clap.
Yeah.
Slow clap.
Did you actually put me on screen share so everyone else can see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Nobody wants to see a trailer.
All right, no worries.
Everyone see the trailer? Everyone saw the trailer?
I'm allowed to have a bit of funny.
Say yes in the chat.
No,
oh my God, the delay.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, okay. Let's continue on. That's all the direct Lego news done.
No. Blackbane said no.
So the news you have missed out on so far is the Bugatti Chiron coming out.
Oh, he wants to know about that.
Oh, they're showing a wheel.
Pretty much.
A wheel. A wheel. When there's a picture, I will talk about it more.
We won't speak about the leaks that I've seen, but anyway.
I'm calling blue and black on the colour anyway.
As soon as there's official things, we'll talk about, and they'll probably next week, knowing our luck.
10 minutes after the stream finishes, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Every week it happens.
You know what you need to do, Adam, is you need to move it to Thursday night.
I did that and it was too much.
Well, then move it to Tuesday night.
Then it's too late.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Can't win them all.
Or any.
Okay.
If you change nights, I'll have to pay new bribes to the Lego people to put posts up at a different time.
Okay, moving along. Wind up of how we did at Sunshine Coast Brick events.
Last tour.
Yeah.
There was a lovely write-up in the newspaper that had Joe's kid Dommy in it.
Minus they said there was no mishaps. At least two I've heard of.
No, they said that there was no Lego-related injuries.
Well, what was
What
was the mishap?
Some little brat put their hand on my train track during the VIP program of the tour, and it derailed the engine. I borrow off Sheree.
Yeah, I had this great crash, and I just thought that a kid had walked past with,
I didn't even
they go and they
hear it.
play in the play area, and then they walk around with it. And I just thought that a kid had dropped something, showing mum and dad, like, look what I made. But no, it was the freight train. And Adam was like standing, halfway across the room.
Well, when I first looked around, the tour was nowhere near us. I'm watching, waiting for it, and suddenly out of the blue, they turn up. It's like they skipped over 5 displays and came straight to me.
Anyway.
Well, that tour got the cold shoulder from me.
Yeah.
I was calm. I just gave him the cold shoulder.
Well, they also knocked over a Lego Minecraft tree on their way through, and something else on my display. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, there was one kid in that group that was a bit too touchy-feely, and honestly,
tried to do it over at Hogwarts as well.
I think that VIP tours are a good idea, not during general admission times, unless they are going to have, somebody to look after displays at all times if exhibitors
I personally reckon smaller groups.
Smaller groups that definitely shouldn't be behind the damn
Now, for everyone to know, there was 16 in the group, and the bulk of them were all children. So, yeah.
Things happen.
So...
Oh, this wasn't a things happen. This kid was doing every time, and he wasn't pulled up by the person that was running it. So...
That's cool.
If you had things destroyed, you'd be pissed off.
Oh, look, I know. I understand that. It's, it happens.
Anyway.
After the kids had been told not to touch the display.
Well, let's just say that none of the exhibitors were asked if we were okay with them doing this.
Yeah.
They ran them at the last 2 shows, I think it was.
No, just the last.
No, they had it at the Gold Coast.
Gold Coast, but they didn't have a cost.
Oh, okay, the last show, the Gold Coast show, then whatever.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, it wasn't something that was discussed. Like, I don't know. not happy. Not happy at all.
Yeah, as Douglas just commented, VIP should be exclusive walkthroughs and.
Well, my opinion is, and I do believe that a lot of the people that have the displays at the show agree, that VIP shouldn't be a tour during general admission times. It should be a before or after general admission times, so that there's a limited number of people in the space. Because not only were they, you know, able to touch the displays and like, there was damage done the last time the VIP tours came around, but we just sort of went, oh, well, you know, it's something new. It'll be fine, maybe.
In which case, it has to be an after thing.
It needs to be, it needs to be an after thing, because it was not only the fact that they could touch everything, it was the fact that they could also block other people that had paid money to go in there from seeing the exhibit at all. Like, totally block it, particularly the big groups. And the problem with the big groups is that they couldn't, like, stand in such a way that they could see the whole display and listen to the person talking to them.
Yeah, so too big.
So they were trying to shove their bodies down the sides of tables that didn't have enough clearance. And that's when a lot of the trouble started.
So it sounds like there's a bit of negotiation here on this one. Anyhow.
Yeah, well, and we won't speak about the fact that they were having lots of tours going on at the same time because the group number had been maxed out, and the second tour group was being run around by a child.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about a small child, not, you know, not like a teenager or something like that. She'd be all of about 8.
So they need to come and get an actual exhibitor to take over and chip in and help.
Well, the thing is that I'm pretty sure that these people are paid, whereas the exhibitors are not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just, it feels like you're being asked to do one more thing that is producing money for somebody else.
Yeah.
Without, you know, any sort of say in how it's done.
I love the concept of the VIP tour. We've discussed this with shows that we're looking at doing, especially smaller shows. And it's a great concept, but the groups need to stay down to like a family-sized group.
Oh, yeah. It needs
you've got to be under about 8 people so everyone can hear.
Oh, I wouldn't even do 8. 8's too much.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at 8 if it's just the one family sort of thing, you know. Otherwise, you know.
Well, when we did the one on the Gold Coast, there was a couple of times we had groups of, I think it was 4. And I felt that was good.
Yeah.
4
you could actual proper one-on-one with everyone in the group.
And the great thing about the VIP experience is they get to meet the builders. If it's done as a separate thing, they feel really special because they're in the room by themselves, basically just the other VIP groups. So it's a really special thing. They get to talk to the builders. And in the case where you've got things with interaction, things like trains, etc., you can hand them a control and say, hey, have a drive with the train. You know, it's something you don't get to do normally, you know, and that makes it a better experience. And I think it's a great thing from that because in that level with that VIP thing, they're going to be the people that pay for that are wanting that better experience, and they're probably the people who will eventually come on to become exhibitors because they're showing that extra level of interest.
In this case, it was all children.
Well, okay, but I'm just, you know, we've just sort of discussed this a fair bit. And sort of felt for the people who will pay for this extra bit of experience. Not all of them, but some will.
That down south, you've got a lot more adult fans that will admit that they're adult fans that will pay to have an experience. Whereas, I don't know, it seems to be a new idea here. And
well, no one's doing it down here yet, so.
Well, they have the VIP cocktail night thing at
that's not really a walk around and see the exhibit things, though. That's not a tour as such.
No, but it would be good if they added that to it. But then you would have to make it compulsory for all exhibitors to go. Yeah,
the VIP cocktail night thing is more for the exhibitors to have some time together and a bit of a social get together. So it's not actually for.
But people do go around and look at the displays. Like it is.
Of course we do.
You can take photos of it without like 10 million people around you.
Yeah, well, that's one of the few chances you do actually get to go and take photos with no one around, especially people setting stuff up. So yeah, I got some of my better photos from Brickvention by doing it when the convention was on, and things like that. So yeah, when convention day is good for that reason. There's a lot of people at the convention things, and you get a chance to get not quite so many people around the exhibits. But yeah. So what else happened at your show? I had
someone had an issue with too many dinosaurs at this show too.
Oh, you're talking about me?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't had a chance to like redesign my display. And I thought that I didn't have too many velociraptors, and then I found some more.
It was like it was like a swarm of velociraptors at the show.
That's cool. That's how they worked. They hunted in packs, so why not?
Just note, not just on her display.
Oh yeah. There was velociraptor on Adam's display. The what's the new black one? The
Indoraptor.
Indoraptor was on the Minecraft display hiding, and not all the kids spotted it either. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it's cool when you can pull them off.
And then
you played mind games with Mum.
There was actually I noticed that the velociraptor was still there from the last show. I didn't take it back. The Mum's going, "Where did you put this here?" I'm like, "Gold Coast." I think.
What'd you do? Hide it in one of the teepees?
No, it was
out in the open.
Oh, right.
It was hidden in plain sight, but the thing is that it was like that nougat-y color, so it blended in with the landscape. And where I put it, it blended in really, really well, to the point that people don't notice it at first, and then they're like, "Oh shit, there's a dinosaur there." But
hey, Timmy in the chat.
Yeah, I just said that, but yeah.
But yeah, according to the newspaper, we got about 5,000 people through the door.
That's good numbers. That's nothing to be ashamed of.
It was quite busy all weekend. Usually when they do that venue, they have the play area up on the stage. But this time around, they opted out of that because it was...
Actually, they couldn't do it on the stage because there was all the lighting equipment stored on the stage.
Oh, okay.
I had a look at the reason why. Because up our end, there was lighting rigs already on the stage with cords across. And then up the other end, there was a ton of equipment sitting on the stage.
Well, then they would have had to have moved it.
Yeah, not good.
And knowing the new venue manager, they would charge more for it too.
Oh yeah, that's the main reason why they didn't use the stage. It was
being moved.
Yeah, and the other thing was that with the venue under new management and stuff, they changed the way that they charge too. So we had to be packed up by 6 o'clock.
Yeah, well, that was the problem with the management. Guess who the management is? Sunshine Coast Regional Council now manages it themselves.
Of course.
So what time did you finish to have to pack up by 6?
We finished at 4.
2 hours to pack up.
And we got out 10 minutes before 6.
Yeah, and that was just shoving everything out the door. Like, we were still packing the truck for a while after that.
Thank God the bollards for the back door were just drop in their lock. So they didn't need to be around for it.
When they announced that we had to be out by 6, I was like, well, then what we need to concentrate on is everyone just get everything out the door.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if it's not packed in the truck. Don't even bother start packing the truck. Just get everything out the door.
The sad part is, though, with all these sort of shows is when they put that tighter timeline on the lug-in and the load-out, you tend to not get the better displays that take the time to set up.
We struggled.
Because you're going to struggle. Look, there's still going to be the hardcore people who are going to try, and they're going.
Well, the city layout didn't come because it's too big. It was too big to be set up.
Yeah, the city layout didn't come.
You know, you're not going to trash your layout to try and get it out the door in a short time if it really has to be packed up carefully. And okay, everyone can jump in and help you get your setup out. And this is where these event hirers have to realise that if there's no one coming into the venue after you, in other words, if there's not a back-to-back event, what does it really cost them to let you have the venue to allow a safe?
That they were charging double after 6.
Yeah. Why?
Stupid.
Which is disgusting. Apparently they're going to change it soon, that next year will be a different price structure. But fancy not being able to come to some sort of agreement for a weekend hire. Like, a weekend hire is an out of the ordinary thing for this venue.
Yeah.
And we weren't, and it wasn't like we were a party. We were a proper show.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's not that there was a ton of rubbish and crap left over when we left. We took it all.
Yeah. And that's when it comes down to being very negotiable with venues. I mean,
and that was the other thing too, Darren, is that we had a truncated setup time on Friday too.
Yeah.
Like, usually you have until like at least 9, which is useful for the people that are coming in from out of
the area,
so that they can still go to work and not lose a day of work.
Yeah. That was the only the positive thing with Coffs Harbour, because Coffs Harbour, we had controlled the venue.
Yeah.
The whole
but we had people rocking up first thing on Saturday morning to set up.
Yeah.
And that's a ridiculous thing. I mean, nobody does smaller now.
And my display wasn't even finished until Saturday morning because it was in the way of the loading dock.
Yeah.
So I didn't get finished until Saturday morning.
Yeah. But like I was saying, nobody in our group does small displays. Everyone is like a minimum, with exception of a couple of new people. Everyone is a minimum of 2 tables worth, and they're 6-foot tables. So and
poor Donna, who's nearly 6.
Yeah, and they're full.
Oh,
and then you've got ones like my mum's, which is 4, and Donna's, which is 6 or nearly 6.
Oh, at least Mum's, we got hers done an hour before we had to leave on Friday. Thank God.
But, you know, we got in there as quickly as we could, and we had to set up 2 displays, like me and Sean. And
it's not like you guys only do a couple of shows a year. You do several.
Well, that's probably the only reason why people in QLab can actually deal with this, is the fact that we are set up for multiple shows. Like, we built our crates 3 years ago for the dinosaur park. Without the crates, we wouldn't have been able to make the dinosaurs.
I got a feeling this was the show, Sean. I feel like he's going to crack the whip on getting his boxes done.
He needs crates, but it's expensive.
Yeah, it does cost money.
You can make budget versions.
So like, you know, the money that we had put aside for building crates had to go and buy a new laptop for the child because his laptop crapped out. Of course, he's doing computers, you know, the computer study stuff in his Steam and doing computer stuff next term. So he needed a laptop that'll work. Wouldn't connect to the Wi-Fi at school.
Yes, and that's the problem. We all have other expenses as well.
It's a tough gig when you're a parent of a teenager and, you know, you're putting them through high school and trying to do your best with all that whilst, you know, trying to maintain a hobby when you don't have, you know, a high income.
Oh, yeah, and I don't think a lot of people really appreciate how much money we sink into this hobby. I mean, a lot of us have got several $1,000s invested in our displays.
Oh,
not including what we're not displaying. We just won't talk about the dollar figures. I'm just saying what we actually have invested in.
That doesn't even come anywhere.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm not joking.
I know what some people have got invested in, what they display, and it's nothing compared to what they got sitting at home. So, that's the only thing that the public doesn't recognise, that we haven't got everything we own Lego-wise on display at any one time. It's a very small percentage of it. It's a very small percentage of it. I mean, unless you're like Darkside and you stick with one theme, that might get a little bit cheaper, maybe. Maybe. No. I'll say the maybe.
No, definitely not.
No.
No, because all that tan brick gets expensive, doesn't it, mate?
Oh, yeah.
The only other problem we had on the weekend was with the caterers. They ran out of food on us.
Oh, my God.
What they run out of?
That every other year there has not actually been on-site catering. We've had to get people in. Yeah. So like the last time, it wasn't last year, it was the year before, there was supposed to be on-site catering and they pulled out last minute and we had to bring in the scouts that had done the previous year and the year before that, I think. And they did a good job. Like they actually liaised with us properly and we made sure, that they were providing something that was, going to keep the exhibitors and the volunteers going. So, they had, the gluten-free options for the people that have, gluten intolerances. We got a few of them. Plus they had like, burgers and sandwiches and all sorts of things, and they were reasonably priced too because they are homemade and not commercial. So, but this time around, like it's like, what sort of numbers did they expect of people coming? I mean, they had a certain number of people that were exhibitors that were spending a minimum of $10 a day for lunch.
Yeah, minimum.
And they clearly didn't even cater that much. Like on day 2, they asked everyone, you need to come in and order your stuff at the start of the day and we'll put it aside for you. It shouldn't be that you're running out of food at lunchtime.
No.
It was wasn't even like 1 o'clock and they were out of like major things. They didn't have any hot food. The second day they added some hot items to the menu. But
Bungie Brothers Catering.
But the prices all changed.
Oh God.
So yeah, menu food is never the greatest thing, but when you're paying a premium for a sandwich that tastes stale.
I so miss Coffs Harbour.
Oh,
what are they doing? Running down the leftovers, are they?
We were spoiled by the Irish guy and his food van.
Yeah.
It was
Irish Cafe. Oh, lovely food. Really lovely food.
Yeah, and
it was proper food, but filled you.
Mm.
Yeah, as Spy said, 5,000 people is a lot, and you've got to cater for every one of those 5,000 people spending $10. Now, $10 a head, that's 50 grand you're looking at.
Yeah, I know.
You've got to be seriously set up to do that.
I'm just like, they have no idea.
Events and spend a minimum of $10.
And the thing is, it's a big commercial kitchen too. It's not a little piddly little thing.
Yeah, they could have done some decent stuff, but they couldn't even like warm some pies on day 1. I mean, seriously.
I know. I come from a commercial catering background, so I just get staggered when I see what goes on a lot of these events.
Well, a bunch of volunteers can put up something that's better than the caterers that are on site.
Quite often they can. That's the sad part. We went to a geocaching event earlier in the year, and there was a school which was volunteers, obviously in 100%, doing a food truck type thing of their own, but just under a tent. And there was 4 other food trucks at the event, and everyone just flocked to what the school was doing. They had people running home and baking more stuff because they didn't anticipate the demand, but their stuff was that good that they just said, right, half of you take off home and go start baking stuff because we just haven't anticipated this. They sold 10 times the amount the professionals did. Easily.
That was the other thing about the show. We were told we weren't going to have a green room, and suddenly we got a green room.
Yeah, you need a space to go and have a quiet bit of time.
Oh,
I know. At one stage they were going to be using the loading dock for the green room, and then
one thing that's not allowed for at a lot of these events, we've got a lot of people with health issues that are in the Lego community that display, and sometimes you just need somewhere you can actually go have a lie down for 10 minutes. Not a long sleeper. You just need somewhere you can actually get off your feet.
The green room had a couch.
Yeah. Only problem about that green room, it smelled like sweat.
Yeah, well, you are in Queensland after all.
What do you want?
That's not a reflection on Queensland. I'm just talking about the climate.
No, it's hot. Yeah,
it's hot. It's just it's hot. Hey, you want to come to Brickvention, mate? It's you feel like you're in Queensland. Don't worry. But yeah, from the photos I've seen and all the reports I've heard back so far, you guys had a show that rocked. So that's all I can say. I haven't heard anything negative about it. So that's
good shows.
Yeah. Other than all the red and orange popping again.
Oh yeah, the light. It was really bright in the middle of the venue, and it was dark towards the edges. And there was this pink cast on everything. Oh my god, it drove me nuts editing photos.
Oh my god. My post office and my new version of my railway station, the red roofs just stand out.
Boom.
Yeah, you got to be very careful.
I might have to order up some dark red to dull it down.
I have to say one thing. I was talking to my new friend Paulius who used to live in Melbourne area.
Oh yeah.
Hey Paulius, if you're watching.
And he said, now that I've actually been to one of your shows, I don't feel so intimidated. I'm like, what? Because like I've been trying to get him to build a display for the longest time.
Oh yeah, he'll do you something awesome in classic space. He's an off the
hook. Yeah. We've already talked about all that. And I said, there's a big classic space hole that you can fill.
Yeah.
Very easily.
No, nobody does it. Yep. And he was saying that he initially seen like Damien's medieval castle battle scenes and thought that the whole of the show was like that. I'm like, well, everyone's stuff is good. It's just different.
Yeah.
Some people build in more city scale. Others, build other other things. But mostly all diorama style. Just Damien takes it to next level. And
you need those draw cards that do that. But that shouldn't intimidate anyone else from having a go, though. That's the whole point. That's what you aspire to, hopefully. But
I turned around and said, "Have you seen how crap my display is?" If I sat there and used Damien's castle as the yardstick of what I should be achieving, oh my god, my building skills are not that advanced. And not everything
that's my mother who's her worst critic.
My mum's stuff is awesome. Even Paulia said that he was impressed by hers. Because he was looking at the Fort Legorado and going, is that Fort Legorado? I said, yeah, but bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, that takes a lot of parts, that thing. I remember looking at it as a kid and going like, do I really want that many brown 1x1 rounds? No, that's why it didn't get bought. I eventually literally horse traded with mates for all the other parts that I wanted out of it, like the horses, etc., because I wanted the other parts.
It doesn't have 1x1 rounds.
Cylinders.
Hmm. I thought it was mostly made out of palisade bricks.
Nope.
No?
No, that's why there's so many of them in it.
Okay. Clearly I need to look a lot closer.
It's a lot of parts in one of those. It was the highest single part count in a set for a long time. I think it might still be, actually. That'd be an interesting one to check out, but it's a very high part count for one part in that set. Yeah. So I eventually traded other bits with my mates to get the horses and that I wanted. What I should have done was become a very early bricklinker and just bought the set and then parted it all out. But yeah.
Oh, well.
So there was a lot of horse trading going on in the playground when that one came out because I wanted all the horses, and then my mates sort of think, well, you got a windscreen or something like that. Yeah, and I'd usually trade.
Yeah, sure, windscreen.
Yeah, no, I'd usually trade about 10 to 15 windscreens or something for a horse. So, yeah. So it was always fair trades. Always fair trades.
15 windscreens, jeez.
Hey, when you had good ones, a good nick. Hey, put it this way, if you didn't do a fair deal, man, you were going to get someone's parent come knocking on your door, and I didn't want that happening. So it was always done with the parents' approval.
Yeah.
And, of course, space came at around the same time, so I was traded a lot of space parts for those too, like the printed tiles, etc.
So, yeah, no, that was the wind-up of Sunshine Coast. Yeah.
Was it?
That was Weekend in a Nutshell. Now we're counting down to Bundaberg.
Yeah.
Fun.
I was like, bring it on!
I was right up until I heard about all this VIP thing, and I remember seeing an ad for the VIP tour at the Bundaberg show. I'm thinking, oh crap!
Let's make sure you're with your display. That's
I'll be sleeping under the table.
Put this into your mind. Places vary. When we go rural, we always find, or regional, the kids are so much better than the city ones.
Elsewhere.
Yeah.
You have been to Bundy before, yeah?
Yeah. Kids were
well, not me personally, but sure he has.
The venue is a lot bigger, so one of the problems was that I think the bollards were a lot closer to the displays than they'd normally be. The displays were a lot closer to each other than they'd normally be because they were trying to fit so much into the space without using the stages.
Yeah. And Bundaberg, we actually have an excess space this time.
Yes.
Space! Well, we did in Toowoomba. Toowoomba, we had ridiculous space.
Oh, yeah.
There was enough space we could actually walk between. We could actually walk between up at Toowoomba.
Yeah, that was nice.
So, yeah. So keep your eyes out for that. Bundaberg coming. I forget dates.
Yeah, that's the date.
That week is school holidays.
It's right before my birthday.
Oh.
Whoa.
Well, it's not right. My birthday's on July 26th.
Oh.
Still can have something.
It's a couple of weeks before my birthday. Isn't it the 7th and 8th?
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's it. Can still do something.
That does sound about right.
Yeah, just ask the guy who's never been to one before what the date is for it.
I was like, so come to the Bundaberg Brick event. You will meet Darkside Bricks, Inside the Brick Box, Aussie Brick Chick. Who else is going?
Just looking at Fort Legorado, it does have Palisade bricks in it, that version.
Ha! See? I knew I wasn't mental.
You're not mental, but there was a version that just used 1-by-1 rounds too.
Not mental, just challenged. That's what I was waiting for you to say.
I'm awake. I'm not challenged mentally at the moment.
But there is a couple of different versions, so it depends on which number it came from. Yeah, that's not the version I'm thinking of. There was a very early one. It doesn't seem to be coming up in Bricklink.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the one I was looking at that I wanted to buy as a kid anyway. It was from the 70s, so about 79, I reckon it would have been.
Mm.
So, yeah, this one's 2002 that I'm looking at the moment. And 1996, so they're not the ones I'm thinking of. Yeah, okay, I'll have a look later and we'll have a discussion on that one anyway. But yeah. Oh, no, it'd be an interesting thing. What's had the highest part count of any single part? That would be an interesting discussion.
I think that would require a mental amount of research. Anyway, moving right along, I think it's time to wrap it up. I think that's what this means.
Yeah. No, it was that. On and on.
I think the wrap up of the Sunshine Coast show was the last thing we had to do.
Yeah.
Oh, and I got to deliver the raffle prize last night to a very excited little boy.
Woohoo! And would you believe I did meet that family and they were really nice.
They're very lovely. They've been to our shows before. They missed last year because we were at Aussie World. Yeah. But yeah, the mum is actually Danish descent. As in she grew up over there and lived close enough to be able to go to Legoland.
Close enough she could throw a rock in the window.
Probably, yes. So, yeah, we had a very interesting discussion about Lego and that, you know, she would only ever buy the real stuff for a kid because, you know, that's where she grew up.
Good mother.
Yeah.
So don't forget to click the bell, hit the thumbs up.
Oh, God.
I'll steal your tagline.
Okay.
More importantly, subscribe.
Well, can I take over for a sec? Don't forget, Friday night we have TGI Friday with Oz Richard, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because it's now our daylight saving time. If we can say that again.
AKA Brisbane time, because we're better.
All your favourites.
I live here and I can't
be
even say
there.
That
For the sound that Timmy might be coming out of hospital.
Nice.
Fingers crossed for that. Get well, mates. Hope to see you on the stream again. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to the Aussie Brick Chat and Inside the Brick Box channels, and even Timmy Thurston's channel when he comes back. Well, he'll do it now, but yeah, he'll hopefully be back. Poor fella. And until next time, I would like to say thank you to Philip and Darren. Damn it, nearly forgot your name for a sec. And Aussie Brick Chick, my sister Cherie, for coming along. Thank God the computer finally updated. And I'm lucky I brought a new computer, or I wouldn't have been doing a stream tonight. Until next... Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Until next time, guys, stay safe, and keep on building. Bye for now.
Bye.
You might want to say bye again, guys.
Bye again, guys.
Bye again, guys. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye again, guys.
Bye.